Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and I have a spring basket wreath Dollar Tree DIY. I'm going to take one of these metal baskets from the Dollar Tree and make it into a basket wreath. They don't really have a basket the right size from the Dollar Tree available, so we're going to make our own. I just cut mine down with a wire cutter about how big that I want my basket wreath to be, and then I'm going to be able to add moss all over it and make it look really beautiful for spring. For the foam for the flowers, I'm just going to attach it here to the top of where the basket will be open. I just hot glued mine directly onto the metal cage like that and tried to work that in on the sides where it goes in a little bit more. It was a little too thick, the solid piece like that from the Dollar Tree, so I just trimmed it down with one of those pool noodle cutters from the Dollar Tree. Now I do need a background besides just the open grid on there, so I'm going to cover it with burlap, but first I'm going to make a hanger with some twine. So I just tie that on both sides here of our metal basket that we have. I know it doesn't have a back so far. I will have to add some material back there to keep everything in, and I'm going to do that with burlap. This is the burlap roll from the Dollar Tree. You can use whatever you have, but I think burlap provides a great background for this, and I like the fact that this is at a nice size to craft with in this large ribbon. And I just attached it with hot glue, and I'm overlapping it slightly as I work my way down the basket wreath, closing in the back there with the burlap. This also provides me a great background for all of the moss that we're going to add to it. For the bottom, I kind of just put it together like a gift wrapping a present almost. I just put this one down here and then folded the other ones in a little bit as I pulled them down to make that a little bit less noticeable and to lay flat here on the bottom of our basket. And that is a good start to our basket wreath. This is what it looks like so far. Now it's time for the moss. I'm using the green reindeer moss from the Dollar Tree, and I want to mix a couple different kinds of mosses together with this just so it's not all the same color, but you could always do it with just reindeer moss. They do have a couple varieties at the Dollar Tree though, if you're lucky enough to find them. And just using hot glue, I'm gluing this all over the basket wreath. I want the entire thing to look like it's covered with moss, and we're going to add some fun spring details to this as well. So I go over the entire front, covering everything. You will be able to see the bottom and the sides when this is hanging on the door. So I'm going to cover those with moss as well. And I just tear the little pieces of moss into as thin as sheets as I can to get good coverage here. But it did take quite a bit because this basket is a pretty nice size basket. You could use this for a door hanging for spring, or you could even use it on your wall. I think it's so cute for spring. I actually have mine in my kitchen area, and I love the moss look. I think it's so pretty. This is the other kind of moss that I was talking about from the Dollar Tree. This is the floral moss. It doesn't really come in the large clumps like the reindeer moss does. It just comes in littler pieces, but I did want a little variety in color, so I mixed some into mine just for a little bit of variation. But that's totally optional to whatever your taste is. I just tried to group it together and attach it with hot glue. If there were any sticks or anything in there to make it look more like a spring forest, I actually added them to it as well. I wanted it to have a lot of character. To decorate the moss, I thought mushrooms would be perfect. These are those little tiny mushrooms they have with the Easter stuff at the Dollar Tree. And so I wanted to add some pink and purple ones. They have two different sizes in the package. They have like a little mini ones or they have the larger ones. I'm going to do these smaller ones here all over, just scattering them out and kind of trying to stick with the pink and the purple color scheme on these. I buy these every year at Easter and I try to use them all season long. I think I use them a lot more for just spring crafting than I do even for Easter. For the top here, I'm going to cover it with some more moss just to mix it up. I have some of their brown floral moss from the Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to add that just for another color there to cover up the foam so you can't see that underneath any of the flowers. Now it's time to fill it up with some spring florals. I think these might be new this year. I've never seen them before. This greenery with like the little pink flowers, I thought that was really pretty. I picked up some of the Dollar Tree lavender, and I was trying to stick with like that pink and purple color scheme. I think it's really pretty. This is also some new greenery that I found this spring at Dollar Tree, and it has like little berries on it, and it comes in different colors as well, whites and pinks. I'm just going to add some of that And white won't take away from that pink and purple color scheme, so I'm going to add some of these white ones as well. I kind of wanted a little bit of height, so I was going for some of the taller flowers from the Dollar Tree, but again, some of the tiny ones like this. Let's add some pink, and then for greenery, I just picked up some of the eucalyptus. I want this basket wreath to look really full, bursting with flowers for spring. And so I just keep adding to it until I'm happy with it. And I think this turned out really pretty. It'd be really cute too if you wanted to attach one of like the little butterflies from the onion grass at the Dollar Tree landing on one of the flowers. That would be a really cute touch as well. But I think that looks really good. Here it is, our little Dollar Tree spring basket wreath made with one of those little metal letter baskets from the Dollar Tree. And I think it turned out so pretty for spring. What do you guys think?